stars in a row. Get ready for action, it's what we live for. Electric vibes and the energy's on. We're taking the stage, it's time to get it on. 3 highlights, the thrill of the game. From the courts to the fields, you remember the name. Grab your snacks, settle in for the ride. It's game day, baby. Let's take it in stride. Are you ready to rumble? The stage is set. With the lights ablaze and no room for regrets. It's eyes are screaming, adrenaline's popping. From the kick-up to the buzzer, the excitement is jumping. So grab your chest, let the games ignite. I see the games ignite. Bringing the thunder, it feels so right. Thunder, it feels so right. Welcome to the showdown, it's time to ignite. With the low on the air, bringing you the fight. With the crowd roaring and the tension so thick. Get ready for highlights, every kick and flip. From the field to the car, be breaking it down. Tracking every move from the ace to the crown. But raise the sharp blades and start to impress. We all to the top. So I'm sailing in, no stress.
I'm hiding, I'll be so lonely. I'm hiding, I'll be so lonely.
Take on every NFL team that played this weekend, starting with the Browns. I'm just already over the Dylan Gabriel experience. I don't need to see any more, okay? He's not it. He doesn't have the potential to be it, and no one really wants him to be it. Bring on Shedeur. Hey, I'll be the first to admit I was dead wrong about the entire George Pickens DK Metcalf swap for basically every team involved. I was never a huge Pickens guy. He's been unbelievable for the Cowboys. I'm not going to overreact to Sunday Night Football and say the Lions suck, but they're just not Super Bowl contenders because Jared Goff isn't good enough, and I don't think the defense can keep up with elite quarterbacks as we saw in that Commanders playoff game. Like right now on the Call Sheet Sports prediction market, which is legal in all 50 states, I'm selling Lions stock fast, and I also think this is probably your best shot to buy Eagles stock. There was some strange officiating in that Saints-Pats game, but what I will say is, who needs elite wide receivers when Drake May is going to play that well? And then, man, I just feel so bad for Fred Warner, who suffered a season-ending injury. All right, here's my take on every NFL. Starting
Get set for the thrill. It's game time now. I will send you to the crowd. Let me show you how. Scores are dropping, wheels are turning, aces high. We're rocking every moment, reaching for the sky. So catch your breath and strap in tight. We're bringing the heat, it feels so right. Lights are flashing, the crowd's in a roar. Get ready for action, it's what we live for. Thrill, it's game time now.
Hello, and welcome to ROMA Sports, where we go around the country and the world and talk sports. I'm AK, your favorite guy, and tonight we make our predictions for the MLB Championship Series, NFL and college football recap on the horizon. Then we go over some NBA action after the preseason and make our way to early NBA Finals prediction. Again, I'm your host, AK. We've got Gargi. Ange, how you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. Great to see you again. As we say, happy hump day. And we're down to the final four teams in this amazing playoff race for the baseball. So, hey, listen, basketball next week. Football's in the middle of the cookings. Hockey just started for them hockey players. So we got it all here. I'm ready to go. I'm super psyched up. College football, that whole nine, baby.
Let's go. All right. Before we get started, don't forget to go to riseupmiddleamerica.com and check out our line of podcasts from history to news, pop culture, true crime, and now sports. We have a show for all your needs. Join our Discord where all the magic for ROMA Sports unfolds. You want to be a podcast host, producer, researcher, or writer for us? This is your launch pad. Hit the top of the page for all of our socials. At the bottom for the latest in Roma merch. So if you want to support us, hit that merch button. Go buy some merch from us. Or you can go down to the bottom of the page with a PayPal link where you make a monetary contribution. Help us keep the lights on. Help us create great shows just like this one as usual. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Without further ado, it's First and Furious. All right, guys, let's go. So the ALCS, NLCS, it's happening, guys. We got Seattle with a 2-0 lead over the Blue Jays. And then, of course, the Dodgers with a 2-0 lead over, we thought were the World Series hopefuls. What is going on? What's happening? Let's start with that series first because, I mean, it's clear that the Brewers were leaps and bounds better than everybody else.
Yeah, this is obviously this is the one team you don't want to run into at a time like this because all of a sudden, they weren't playing too well down the stretch, but now they caught their niche again. They get big wins on the road. I mean, come on now. The Dodgers are the Dodgers again. It's just a sin that the Yankees can't duplicate the success, regardless of the salary that we represent. So, hey, listen, the Brew Crew is still alive, bro, but you got to dig. You got to dig this next game tomorrow. You have to, and we'll see what happens. But the Dodgers are a machine, What do you think?
Well, I mean, this is what you spend all that money for. I mean, they spent $1 billion on two players.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, listen, when you don't even have to pay the best player in the league what he's supposed to be paid. What is he on the peanut salary, Otani? We call it the peanut salary, right? I think the Dodgers referred to paying him like $1 million a year up until a certain point, and then they're going to hammer away at $60 million a year. That was the only reason that they can afford him at that time, with the budgets going around with the salary stuff. So, you know, you know what I mean. Hey,
No, I got you. But I mean, baseball's going to be a salary sport soon. They're going to have a salary cap. Like, it's just the thing is it's. I'm not saying that they're going to be like a hard cap like the NFL or NBA, but there's going to be some luxuries that they're going to start throwing in, because when you're able to pay $1 billion, where you know that there were like 20 other teams that can't even put up half of that.
Yeah, and that's why revenue sharing came into play and all that good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And I liked it. I liked it a long time ago, where baseball was a local sport. You got your money from localities, and it didn't matter if your team won 100 games or if they won 30, right? You supported your team through the
Absolutely.
thing, right? It's the same thing with every other sport. I'm a diehard Magic fan, God rest my soul. But
you are up and coming, dude. So the soul's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back, and I can't wait. We're undefeated in the preseason.
Keep it going. Keep it healthy.
Yeah, looking good.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you think it's fair to get away with these deferred payments in regards to, hey, I'm going to pay you $1 million, but the salary's supposed to be 55 a year for 10 years, and then I'll see you down the road? Do you think more players are going to do that? More teams are going to offer that? Do you even like it? Do you think it's fair? I mean, what's going on here?
It's a necessary evil, because if you let's say you're one of those teams that can't afford 2 players for $1 billion, right? Then what you do is you say, all right, well, I have these up and coming players that are in their beginning contracts, and they're Spitfire, but we need a spark, a good player to bring in to do so. So what you do is you sign all of these players, but then you defer most of their contracts over years and years and years. The NFL, this is how the NFL gets a bunch of good players on a team, something like the Detroit Lions. You have like all this offensive firepower. Look at the Bengals, right? They got
on paper
$500 million on offense, more than $500 million on offense. But how do you pay for all of that and still have enough money for the rest of your team? Well, what you do is you take part of their salaries and you defer them to afterwards. So even if these players go in, what it does is it not only allows you to keep those players, but even when they leave, or if they decide to leave, you're not paying like a bunch of money to a player that's no longer your team. You're paying this small portion of that salary, and then when another team signs them up, they're getting paid by both teams.
Right? Depending on the six, obviously. Yeah.
But that other team doesn't have to fork up as much money because they're already getting paid by the other team. So it does help out with like smaller teams that don't have the ability or don't have the salary cap space or whatnot. Then they can sign somebody in. I mean, you'll see this in basketball a lot.
Yeah. And I believe that happened with Giancarlo Stanton, aka Mike Stanton, for those old school players who, he changed his name. His name was Mike Stanton when he was on the Marlins, and he changed it to Giancarlo. But the Marlins were paying like 75% of that contract at the Yankees when they did the trade and all that good stuff, that whole farm system that they had given up, So, other teams are going to reap benefits, and other teams are still going to pay for players that they don't have down the road.
Hey, don't forget about Bonilla.
Yeah, Bonilla's is going to get paid until he's like 70. Okay, yeah, we hear about this all the time.
2035.
It's crazy. I mean, forget about it. I want to talk. Yeah, let's go to the other side. Let's go to the Brewers. There was a sick play that happened here. Sal Frelick. This is amazing. This is first time in the playoffs.
Up for 2, and Muncy skies one to center field. Hit well. This one's got a chance. Frelick going back to the wall. He leaps. It's in and out of his glove, and he caught it. And now chaos on the bases. Might have a play at the plate. The throw. Not
Hey.
in time. He's out. He's out. It's a forced play at the plate,
Now,
and he is out.
Okay.
all right. So first of all, if you're scoring at home, this is an 8-6-2 double play, which you'll never fill a scorecard with an 8-6-2. This is the first time this ever happened in the playoffs. What a play. He kind of deflected it, never hit the wall, recaught it, never hit the floor. It's an out. Bonehead base running, double play. What a play. What do you think?
That was amazing. I mean, you said 8-6-2. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Like,
Fill out that one. That's an 8-6-2, boy.
Jesus.
It gets me excited.
It does. It really does. And you know, baseball, a lot of people were writing baseball off, but now you've got a couple of teams in here. I mean, of course, LA, who's won in the last they won in the last couple of years, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, LA's dominant. They beat the Yanks last year in the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and if they didn't win the year before that, they won the year before that one. So it doesn't matter.
Right. But, you know, the Maple Leafs since the 80s, Seattle ever.
We talked about that. You know, they're holding on to that one lucky little stretch they had back in the 80s, early 90s. That's it.
Yeah, and that was it.
And then you got your Jays. You got your touch 'em alls.
Yeah, exactly. So
And-
this is exciting.
Yeah,
This is very
this Blue Jay team reminds me of the Astros. You know, you got your grittiness, you got your popping off, and they got Springer. So there's one of the pieces of the popping off. You got your young kids there. You got Guerrero playing ball. You got Naylor, who's about 350 pounds. This guy's so out of shape, and he just hits 500-foot home runs. You see, I was talking to a friend. He was like, oh, build a team. What kind of players would you want to have on your team? I said, at the end of the day, I'd rather have 9 beer players, 9 slobs, because I know these guys are going to tank. I don't care what they look like. They're out of shape. So be it. Give me my home runs.
Absolutely. So so Seattle leads 2-0.
They do.
Right now, they're getting demolished.
Yeah, I mean, hey, life's on the line right now on the road, too. I mean, hey, listen, Toronto showed up. I guess they had a plane flight, and they were like, listen, guys, are we men or are we girls here? This is it. So
Let's
they're putting
see.
the whoopings. The
Right
whoopings.
now, well, they scored 2 more runs, and so did Toronto. Scored 1, so it's
What do we got?
13-4 in the 8th.
Yeah, you could say that's a sayonara. Right? So
No,
we'll
boy.
get ready for tomorrow. We got the Dodgers and Brewers.
Oh, they had
And,
another home run. My goodness.
They're tanking them today, boy. The pitchers never showed up, or the hitters are just on point.
No, I think the hitters are on point. I mean, they're all hitting the ball.
So, yeah. So, all right. Seattle's going to be up 2-1. Dodgers 2-0 going to Milwaukee tomorrow. What's your predictions for the World Series? Who are your 2 teams before we leave this postseason picture?
All right, I think Seattle. I think Seattle's going to win one more, and I want to see them win one. Have to go back to LA. They're going to lose there, and then come back to Seattle to hit the go.
You mean Toronto? You mean Seattle, Toronto?
Yeah.
You want them to stretch that series?
I want them to stretch it, but I want to see Seattle win this at home.
Yeah.
To go to the World Series. That entire crowd is going to be bonkers.
When you're following a team like we have for the last month and a half going into these playoffs, you kind of get a feeling of, is it time for this team? You kind of get that feeling. I kind of feel like it's time for Seattle to go to the World Series. And, you know, I hope the Brewers could really strengthen up here and try to muster and figure out a way how to shut the Dodgers bats down and at the same time score and score and score. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say Seattle. I'm going to say Seattle, Milwaukee. I'm going to stay with my Seattle, Milwaukee. I hope so.
All right. Well, we're going to find out next week. All right. Let's move on to week 7 in the NFL. All right. So I thought about going for week 6, but if we go through week 6 and then go through week 7, it's going to take forever. So
That's
we
fine.
already saw what happened.
I went 0-3 last week on my parlay, by the way.
Yeah.
Bills, Cowboys. What was the other team I had there?
Oh, I'd have to look it up. We'll look it up.
Yeah,
here.
it's okay. It's not even a big deal.
Exactly. All right. So let's start off with the Unk Bowl on Thursday night. 4-1 Steelers at the 2-4 Bengals. I got Pittsburgh with a pretty good offensive showing. I think
Warren's showing up now too, right? This kid, he's starting to run. Jalen Warren.
Yeah. Warren's doing good. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to go for 3 touchdowns. I got Pitt winning 34-23 in Cincinnati.
Nice. I know they are favorites going in. I'm hearing on the radio a lot that this might be a trap game. You know, can you see the Steelers at a 5-1 record at the end of this game, or could you see the Bengals kind of back into the division at 3-4, the Steelers 4-2, and we'll kind of be chasing each other again as Burrow rehabs going into the holidays?
I don't see Joe Flacco. I mean, if he played the same way for 3 weeks in Cleveland, he's going to play the same way here. He's going to dink and dunk. He's just not going to. He's getting paid, and he knows that his services are warranted. So
yeah,
I don't think that the Bengals are going to have enough firepower unless you got to remember Joe Flacco came in on Friday.
Yeah, and he played that. Yeah, he played that game. Yep,
he played on Sunday and then has a Thursday night game. So he's playing 3 games in 11 days.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, this might be one out of the 3 games ever in the NFL history where 2 40-year-old quarterbacks will be starting.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you compliment Rodgers with a running game, he's going to be very dangerous. So it's crazy that Warren's starting to heat up for these Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
So my question was, can you see them going 5-1? I don't. I actually see the Bengals winning this game. I don't know. Give me Cincinnati 24-20.
Unless they start fumbling the ball or doing some dumb shit.
Well, Rodgers is playing, so I told you the weird stuff happens when Rodgers plays, which is great. You see the weirdest plays.
I just not against the Bengals. Maybe against
now. This is season on the line. Thursday night, the jungle's rocking in Cincinnati. In comes the old man. Is he going to muster up a W? Good game though. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, let's see what the Bengals defense
Leave
is.
it on
That's
that.
the only way they're winning this game is the Bengals defense turning to the 85 Bears. All right, let's move to the Rams at the Jaguars. 2-4-2 teams.
Yeah, so this is the 3rd straight home game for the Jags. All right, they lost that big one last week they beat the Chiefs.
Yes, they did.
And they slipped and slide, right? Did they slip and slide?
Yep, they beat the Chiefs, and then they lost to who did they lose to?
Let's see. Who went in there and beat them up? Seattle? Josh Darnold, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was Seattle.
And that's another thing where I looked at the record and I said I can't see the Jags going 5-1 and them talking about them as the best 5-win team. So there's an L, and here comes Seattle. Perfect spot, but they can't lose this game. This is a big game for the Jags. I think the Rams have been playing a lot of big road games lately. I think they might do a little hiccup. What is this, a London game or a Dublin? If it's Dublin, give me Stafford and the Rams. If it's London, give me the Jags and Lawrence.
Let's see. In London, Wembley
That's
Stadium.
it. Give me Lawrence and the Jags, baby. I'll take the Jags 27-24.
Jags 27.
In a good one.
24. Let's do it. All right. I'm actually going if Puka plays, I'm going to Raiders 29-23.
I was going to ask you that.
If Puka doesn't play, I'm going the Jags 17-23.
23-17 Jags. I like that.
Yes.
Kyron Williams isn't really doing all pro stuff, and Stafford ain't getting Higbee involved, and it's kind of like a one receiver race out there. So with Nakua might not being there, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the 1-5 Saints take on the 3-2 Bears.
Wow.
I told you guys, don't sleep on the Bears I said that before the season started.
So they were 0-2, and we were like, the season's on the line. Are they going to represent for us? You said 9 wins. I said 10 wins playoffs. They had 5 wins last year. They're 3-2. They won 3 in a row. Caleb's hot. They got 3 nice receivers out there. They're starting to heat it up. Here comes Swift. The defense is playing. I like it.
I love it. I love it. Right now, I've got Chicago blowing out New Orleans 38-16.
Ooh. I'll go 34-16. I like that, though.
Yeah, I see. Caleb is now starting to figure out how to run the ball.
And they're home, and they just beat the Redskins on the road. What a game. The kicker made the kick. I felt so bad for him the whole game, too. Missing things, stubbing things, bubbling things.
Yeah, you saw that one kick. It was just doing.
Doinking, dinking, and donking.
That was hilarious. All right, next we got the Toilet Bowl. The 1-5 Dolphins versus the 1-5 Browns. I have Miami winning this game, but I'm not confident about it because it's in oh my God, Cleveland.
Yeah,
and
that's all right. Listen, let me just stop you right there. We're not going to give a score on this game. I'm going to write down trash because that's what this game is. Trash. Next, are you down with that?
No. How about this? They're both going to lose.
They're both going to lose. A hurricane, whatever's coming in. All right, next.
We're going. Okay, we got the 3-3 Chiefs are heating up, and they just got back Rashee Rice.
They did, and they also got back the referees. So, hey, listen, what are we doing in Kansas City? Another check paid out to the refs. Another check sent to New York in the studios in the review booth. I didn't know the floor could be like your hand and cover and help you catch the ball. The floor.
Did you see the video of Travis Kelce walking out to the ref and tapping his card? And then
Travis Swift, he was tapping it.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. All right,
I got a lot of hate on Kansas. I don't like Kansas City, bro. I'll drop buckets on them all day, bro.
Yeah, I got. This is the game that I'm actually going to try to get the exact score on.
I like this game, man. I like the Raiders, bro. Come on,
but
they're an 11-point dog.
I'm going Kansas City 31, Las Vegas 16, and this is gonna be my one bet this week. I'm gonna put $10 on it. And I'm going to put this exact score.
Okay. I know for a fact that the Raiders play Kansas City tough in Kansas City. I think the last 5 years, KC won 2 or 3 of them. I mean, the Raiders. I like the Raiders 21-20 on the upset. And I think they'll block the extra point at the end. I think KC will tie the game, but they won't tie it. They'll go for the extra point, and a Raider will come in and block it. And they win 21-20.
You've lost your ever-loving mind. If you think they're going to
the Raiders, yo, let's go, bro. Something's got to give, man. I'm telling you. Listen, Kansas City can't keep screwing everyone over, bro. Something's got to give.
What is going on here?
Talk to me.
Oh, my goodness.
This is a big game coming up next.
Yeah, next game. 3-2 Vikings, 4-2 Eagles. I actually think the Eagles are going to lose 3 in a row.
So do I. And you want to know something? I'm super hyped up right now. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because the Giants won last week, and all 3 teams in the NFC East lost. Okay? So that's like winning 2 games. Okay? So the Giants are right back in it. I don't want to skip the line. I'm just saying. So Eagles, Vikings, and look, the Vikings are 3-2 with quarterback problems. They got no freaking running back. They got a backup in Mason. Jefferson's all alone on an island. Thank God for Hawkinson. Addison is good too. Addison. But listen, here's the deal. It's in Minnesota. They were in London for about a month. I like it. I think the Eagles got problems, bro, on offense for some reason. AJ Brown's beefing with what's his face, Hurts over there. I know, because that's the guy I love. That's who I see. You know, isn't it the same jersey, number 5? He's not wearing his jersey number 5, is he? Hurts? No, he's 10, right?
Yeah.
Disrespect. I like the Vikings. Give me the Vikings, bro. Give me the Vikings. 28-27.
All right, and I got Minnesota 23-20.
Minnesota.
Yes, sir. All right. Actually, that's the wrong score. I gotta put this one here. There we go. All right.
Now, this next game's got some storylines.
It really does, because the Panthers, I said it. I'm really good at football. I understand.
Are they in first place?
No, they're not. The Buccaneers are in first place with 5-1. But here's the thing: the Panthers they are not a cupcake team. They have a solid defense, and now they have a running game, which is exactly what their quarterback needed. So, this is
a sick story, bro. I mean,
I have Carolina blowing out the Jets with the Jets at home 35-18.
Yeah, I think the Jets are dog too in this game. That's a good call, man. I mean, listen, at this point in the season, you go with teams that are playing good football, and you pick on the teams that are not. Just like last week, even though we're picking on a team because of an injury in the Ravens, you said pick the other team no matter what the line is or what's going on, and the Ravens got destroyed. So, yeah. So, you know what I mean? You got to look for those avocates in teams' streaks and stuff at this point in the season so you can make some cash. But you're right, man. I like the Panthers, bro. Give me the Panthers 27-13. And the Jets are lucky they're getting 13, bro.
Yeah, they're
I'm telling you that right now, bro.
I can't believe I gave them 18 points, but that's
will Aaron Glenn keep his job at the end of this game?
Garbage time touchdown with a 2-point conversion. I'll give it to him. All right.
Will Aaron Glenn keep his job at the end of this one?
I don't know. I mean, what? Here's the thing. He just inherited this team.
That's the only thing he's got on his belt left.
Mm-hmm.
His only bullet left in the chamber, as you would say, is the fact that he's a rookie.
Yeah,
and they're going to give him a breathing
because
room of losses.
if they really wanted to get rid of him, they would have got rid of him when he was 0-4.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple of teams that if he were on, he would have been fired already in Dallas and probably in Indianapolis or Denver. They would have got rid of him immediately.
Exactly.
Don't take that shit.
All right. Last of the 1:00 games, got the 4-2 Patriots at the 1-5 Titans.
Looky here, Mr. May.
This looks like a trap game to me.
I think the Titans are in the same league as the Saints, bro. They suck. And the Patriots ain't the Giant. I don't know, man. Again, this is a game where I understand you might see it because it's home and they're desperate at 1-5, but I think the Patriots are too good for that, bro. Especially coming off that win against Buffalo.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and not only that, but the thing is, this is going to be a much closer game than people realize because Tajay Spears is back, and he's showing how much he makes a difference on the field, especially since since Tennessee is always going to be down.
Yeah, Spears is a good player on that team. He's been there for a minute. He's got some good vision. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's their catcher out of the backfield. Yep. He like anytime they go out, they're who was their starting running back?
What's his face over there? They just inherited him, didn't they?
Yeah, from Dallas. Yeah. He when they're down, he provides no value for them. Tajay Spears provides value, right? So
absolutely.
So he's going to keep them in the game, even though I think that New England's going to pull away at the end. But this is a trap game if New England can't take care of the football, because Tennessee showed that a couple weeks ago against Carolina. Not Carolina. Why do I keep saying Carolina?
Because I'm going to bring something up in about 3 seconds about Carolina. You ready?
Against the Cardinals, when literally 3 turnovers, 3 touchdowns right after that awful drop at the 1-yard line, and they came back and won that game, right? So if you allow the Titans to stay in the game, they will win the game. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I got just a few quick things. First of all, Arizona proved me wrong because I said their season was over when that kid DeMarco dropped that ball. I said the whole morale was done and everything. Look what they do. They smoked next week, right? Big win, right? So now we didn't even talk about Tolbert. I mean, what's his face on Carolina? The kid's rushing for 200 yards a game. The ex-Cowboy.
Oh, yeah, that kid is.
Is it Dowdley? Or Tolbert? This kid's amazing. He tore them up, and he's been tearing it up for the last 2 weeks. Carolina's running back, and that's another reason why the Jets are going to get smoked in this game.
Dowdley.
Yeah, Dowdley. Look at that. 2 touchdowns, 6 yards a carry.
He's already at 472 after 2 weeks. And the 2 weeks before that, he barely got any play time.
I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? It's a diamond in the rough. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that. I like the Patriots 19-17 in one of those scrappy games. I think they'll just hold on right at the end.
If they hold on to the football, I got New England 41-28.
Whoa. I'm going to put holy smokes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Next, our lowly Giants with the new quarterback and a boulder of a human being at running back, 2-4 against the Broncos in Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, so Denver's coming home after beating up the Jets in London, and they're facing the Giants, who have a player or two who's made like internet hotness lately. He's all over the place with memes and videos and head-button things and scatterboo, and we got the dart. I mean, hey, listen, we needed something like this, and I'm so happy we got this, and I just hope they could hold on to their helmets, because this is the wrong team to play at the wrong place in a style that you play in hard-nosed, head-first, run-first football. I hope they can get out of this game without getting hurt. What up, Salt?
Salty's here. What's going on, man?
That's because the Irish are winning a couple of games, so he's back in action. They got a good game this week coming up. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
No FBS school should be ranked number one when they have played an FCS school. Ohio State is weak. I agree.
Listen, we could talk about that too. I don't make the schedules. I don't give the donations.
Tell me about it. All right, then we've got the 5-1 Colts at the 4-2 Chargers. Chargers, I said that they were going to be pretenders, but they're 4-2. They won last week, and I mean, but they got to fix that offensive line. Both their tackles are hurt, and they're just teeing off on Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
they're teeing off on him.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, I just want to correct myself on Arizona did not win last week. They lost to the Colts, but they did play a heck of a game to show you that their team is still in it. Colts,
San Diego Superchargers. Okay.
I love the helmet. I love this song. I love everything about it. It's amazing. Does it come with a free taco, like a shrimp taco or something? San Diego hilarious. Got the best street tacos.
They do. Oh yeah, I went
really
there.
Quickly. Did you? Go ahead.
Yeah, I went to San Diego for Comic-Con once, and oh man, they have this one place that's right on the border, and I mean, I know it's definitely run by illegals, but it's the best tacos I've ever
listen,
had.
If you can get out of there alive and eat it and survive, and you're fine. But hey, listen,
Trump can stay.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like it's crazy. But who do you like in the Giant Bronco game, real quickly, before we give those cold score?
Broncos offense is stalling right now. And really bad. And this our defense is going to destroy Bo Nix. He's gonna. I could see Bo Nix being pulled out of this game.
You know, I'm very surprised you're actually talking like this, and I actually like it, because a lot of the times you're right.
Giants 23, Denver 18.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to score some points. I see the G-Men winning. This is weird. 22-19. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. They'll miss an extra point. Come on. It's the Giants on the road.
Giants are on fire. What she says. All right. Then we've got the 3-1-1 Packers at the 2-4 Cardinals. I actually think that the Cardinals win this game. And
really?
One, because they're at home, and two, because I think they have to win this game.
But what about hot Micah? I mean, he's out there running the defense, bro. I mean, he's got eyes on everybody, and Kyle Murray's out, right? Jacoby Brissett is slinging and dinging. I like him. He's a good quarterback. He's veteran, poise. He can sling it. Is Harrison hurt, Marvin?
Nope. I'm just kidding. No, Green Bay's going to win this game 24-20.
You like Green Bay?
We'll just leave it at that. All right. And then this is going to be the weirdest game of the week. I don't know where this is going to go. You've got the 3-2 Falcons at the 4-2.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. 49ers.
49ers.
Let me ask you a question. 49ers. 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 49 Or skipping the Commander game?
Oh, Commanders win.
That's fine. Let me ask you a question. If you were a Giant fan, who would you want to win and lose out of this between them?
Definitely the Cowboys. I'm okay with the Commanders winning because they have the better team, the better overall team.
I would go ahead.
And I would rather face the Commanders than the Cowboys.
All right, so you see the little weirdness in their standings, right? Like their win-loss record. They have a tie,
Yes.
which means they have one less win, which means they're screwed. So I want the Commanders to lose. If I'm a Giant fan. Go Dallas.
But if you tie in wins, at
the end of the day, they're going to have one less win than everyone because of that stupid tie.
No, they'll have a half a loss and a half a win.
But unless there's another tie going on one of the teams in the division, that doesn't even factor into them as a positive. It's a negative.
It's too early in the season for that nonsense. I can't even think of that. No,
what do you guys think? What do you got? Anybody's got a thought?
In the chats there. All right, so 3-2 Falcons, 3-2 49ers.
Falcons are hot. 49ers finally lost. They're getting a little dose of reality, as you would say.
I don't think Atlanta has an answer for Christian McCaffrey. I just don't think. I've got San Francisco 27, Atlanta 17.
Yeah. You think that with all of that high-powered offense you've seen the last 2 weeks from Atlanta, that it doesn't even matter?
Well, I mean, they've got the Christian McCaffrey light on their team. I mean,
because let's look at it. Fred Warren is out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
They just lost their best defensive player. Plus, he's the captain of the team. He's the one who talks shit in the locker room. So, he's hurting. He's going to be out for the season. Ricky Pearsall, he's not even in there, the wide receiver. He's their best wide receiver. I mean, Kittle's out. It's only your boy Mac Jones and the family. So,
Mac Jones, but he's like the perfect backup quarterback to have.
No, he's having an amazing season, bro. I feel good for him. I like that.
Yeah, that's why I think they're going to win is because of the quarterback.
I like the Falcons. 24-23, I'm just saying.
27-17.
Because I like the teams that heat up.
San Francisco's at home. I think it's just going to be one of those weird games. All right, now we move on to our last two games. We've got Tampa Bay at Detroit. This is going to be a freaking track meet.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game, and Detroit's been getting shitted on lately just about, how they play down to teams. They're losing games they're not supposed to. They're not scoring in situations that they should. They're not punting when they should. They don't kick field goals when they should. They're just a little stale right now. That 4-2 record is not really looking like a 4-2 record.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Both of these teams struggle with intermediate passing. Teams that pass the ball between 10 to 25 yards, they struggle very, very bad. Yeah. Both of these teams do. Both of these quarterbacks excel at passing the ball between 10 and 25 yards. This is going to be the highest scoring game of the season. I am going Tampa Bay 34, Detroit 38. Detroit at home with the ball last. And I don't think that they're going to be able to that Tampa Bay is going to be able to stop the running game of the Lions. I don't see that happening. And the play action is going to destroy that defense. Though Baker Mayfield is going to keep this team alive. Yeah,
he's a different animal, If you have Baker, you have a chance. That's how I see it. The NFL does it to us again. They give us 2 Monday night games. This time it's 7-10, not 7-8. Like last week.
I'm sorry. I'm not staying up on Monday night to see.
Well, you don't need to see the Texans and Seahawks. But I want to talk about the Bucs and Lions. You talk about high scoring this game of the season. I got 48-45 Buccaneers on the road in overtime. Call it like you see it. Mike Evans is questionable. Bucky's heating up. Let's go to work. I like how the Lions are trying to get Laporta back into it, because I think the first couple of games you didn't really see Sally Boy catch anything, and now he's starting to become a nuisance. So if he can open up the middle of the field and get those, the nice big plays, and now they got to kind of give off those corners. St. Brown's outside. Williamson's out there. Look out. The double-headed running back dragon,
One of us is going to have a really bad week next week.
I wouldn't put it past you if it's me again.
One of us too, because you and I, like we got 7 games that
of bumping heads.
Yeah, we're bumping heads on. So
yeah, let's go to war. See, now we're not always in cahoots. I don't always like his stuff and he likes me. We have 2 different minds.
That's hilarious. All right, well, that ends the week up there. All right, we're going to make this quick.
Yes.
College football rankings. Let's go. So let's talk about all the undefeated teams here. All right. Are they contenders or pretenders? So let's go through the top 25 real quick. Ohio State, 6-0.
Yes, big win on the road against the ranked super contender. I want to see how long they hold the number 1 for.
Got it. Miami, number 2, 5-0.
Love it.
Contender or pretender?
Contender all day. Stepped up their program, playing big teams, knocking people down, road, home. What do you think? You love them, right?
Yeah, I think Miami has the most complete team. As long as their quarterback can just stay on point, they're going to be all right. All right, now's where it gets weird. All right,
I like it.
Number 3, Indiana, 6-0.
Yeah, so I told,
Contender?
Contender again. So listen, the top 3 are going to be contenders. Sorry to jump the gun there. I talked about them last week. They went on the road in Oregon, number 3. That's the first time they won against the top 5 team ever in the franchise history here in the program of Indiana. What a season they're having, man.
Yes.
What a season they're having. Go Hoosiers and keep it rolling. Super contender.
All right. Well, they also beat number 9 Illinois 63-10.
Keep it coming.
That was the statement game there. But they don't face another top 10 team or top 25 team for the rest of the season.
The schedule makers didn't think that was going to happen. They didn't think Penn State was going to be unranked. They didn't think UCLA was going to drop out of the top 25, stuff like that. Wisconsin's irrelevant, Iowa's not even ranked anymore. Listen, it is what it is. Win the games in front of you. They'll talk about you at the end.
There you go. All right. Next, my team, Texas A&M.
Contender or pretender?
Let's see. They beat Florida. They got Arkansas next week. Careful with that LSU game. Careful, because they have 3 games on the road back to back to back. All right, the first one's at Arkansas. They could be looking ahead. LSU and then Missouri, which Missouri put up one hell of a fight against Alabama.
Yeah.
This stretch here is going to, if they go 2-1, they're still contenders. But they lose all 3 of these games. It's just
here's the deal. They had the first 5 out of 6 games of the season at home. They're going to hit the road, and they're going to hit the road hard. They're going to play 2 banger teams, all right, after Arkansas. You go on the road, you take care of business, you keep that mental mind frame of, hey, we're good, we could play against anyone. Please do not hiccup against Arkansas, because then these games against LSU and Missouri are not even going to be relevant. Tough schedule down the road. Let's hope they can keep it together, bro. What do you think, pretender or contender? I think pretender.
I'm going to withhold judgment until after this Arkansas game. This Arkansas game is going to tell us whether they are.
So I got AK as plead the 5th. Okay. Next.
All right, let's go to Ole Miss. Who do they got?
Ye Ole Miss. They got somebody that people have been talking about lately.
Absolutely. So they go against Georgia this week, then Oklahoma, and then they got, let's see, South Carolina, Citadel. I don't know why they got Citadel in there. Florida, and then Mississippi State.
So, they started it up. They went at Kentucky, and they said, hey, are we going to be good or not good? And they pulled that one out, and like, all right, we got a shot. They held their own, and then all of a sudden, they play LSU. And it's like, hey, We just beat one of the best teams in college football. Are we that good? They held on against Washington State. Now we'll see. Are you good? Here comes Georgia. Here comes Oklahoma.
There we go. No, right. I think Ole Miss is a contender. They've got Lane Kiffin down there. Lane Kiffin is always going to have these kids ready, regardless of what school he goes to. So he's learned from the best. He knows how to play in these tight games. This is not Ole Miss is not going to awe you with their offense or their defense. They're just going to play sound football, and they're
a normal team. Yeah, they're going to play. They're going to play the game, and if they get the bounces, so be it. They'll do what they have to do with it, And if they have to come back, they'll try to come back. They're a normal team. Mm-hmm. Strengths all around.
Texas Tech.
The Red Raiders. Hey, 6-0 in the Big 12. They've been busting teams up. I know Navasa's been talking a little bit about them. Mm-hmm. What do you think? They got the Sun Devils, they got the Cowboys, they got the Wildcats, and they got the Cougars. What's going on?
Yeah, I think they're pretenders, but not because of their offense, because of their defense.
Okay, so they put up, but they're going to start to give up.
Exactly. That's what I think. I think they're going into a part of their schedule where now they're facing some pretty heated competition, right? And that KSU game's a trap game. That BYU game right after that could hurt. And then they got UCF, where UCF, that's my team. They're not a bad team, but they always are ready. They're going to be ready for that game, and then they end the season at West Virginia.
Yeah, the Mountaineers. I can't even see. I can't see it.
Yeah, they're 2-4.
Oh yeah, 0-3. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think BYU is better than Texas Tech, even though the seedings say no?
Yeah. Well, let's see who we got left, because you got Texas Tech, Georgia Tech, and then BYU, all the undefeateds. Because Memphis, I'm just gonna leave them out of it for now.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So first, I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech, because I don't think they really have anybody else to play going out for the rest.
We
of the
talked
season.
about that. Their schedule is kind of Big East old school schedules with this Syracuse, Boston College stuff, and a little ACC mixed in.
But here's the thing: they run the table and then beat Georgia.
I mean, it's possible. It's not possible. It's possible. Look at it.
That Georgia game is what I'm waiting for. I don't think they're going to stall against any of the rest of these teams, but that game against Georgia is going to make or break. I have a feeling that they're going to hang around in the top 10, and if they lose that game, they are out of the football playoff. If they win that game, they're going to be up in the rafters.
It's funny how people are still using the top echelon as Georgia. Everyone's using Georgia as that example.
Well, they won championship, so it's like
we can't forget that they have been dominating the college scene for the last 10 years, if that.
But then again, you got BYU, and I mean these guys.
So that was my question. Do you think BYU is actually better than them, even though they're 10 spots lower?
Well, here's the thing with BYU. We already talked about Texas Tech. That's going to be a massive top 10 matchup, but they have to get past Utah, and that's the Mormon game.
It's the games in front of you. That's the Super Mormon game.
This is the Latter-day Saints Bowl.
This is the Pray to Jesus game. Going on now. I can't wait. The Utes. Now the Utes fudged one up earlier in the year, right? They have an L, right? We'll pull Utah.
Arizona State has cupcake energy. BYU has cupcake energy.
All right.
NCSU going to beat Georgia Tech. I don't know. That's not.
Is this Salty's Nostradamus predictions for the future?
It's going to beat Georgia Tech.
When is Ohio State going to lose? Tell me that prediction.
Georgia has cupcake energy. Utah is going to smoke BYU. Oh my God, this guy. The Mormon Bowl going to be.
It's like a hurricane. He's flooding the message boxes right now.
That's hilarious. Oh man, I love you, Salty. All right, well, I think that's it. Yeah, I was going to talk Memphis, but Memphis they don't really have anybody else. They got USF in a couple of weeks, but I just.
What about Alabama? They beat Missouri on the road. Talk to me. 8 seed going into a 14.
I mean, they beat Arkansas at home, which is crazy. But look at all these points they're putting up too. But they're not really playing anybody. So
I mean, well, when you're giving up a touchdown, that's okay. That's good.
This last game against Navy, they're gonna have
We
to
all
run.
know that. Yeah, I love Navy.
I think Navy's undefeated too, aren't they? Yeah, they're 6-0.
Midshipmen, bro. Yo,
Yes.
come get some.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
A little salt in your eyes.
Okay. Well, that was a very long segment. So we got about, let's see.
That's what she said.
Yeah, right. We got about 20 minutes to get to these next two.
What do we got?
League leagues. Okay, so in league leagues, we're going to talk about the state of New York. All right.
Yes.
You know,
Bad times, man.
so this is going to be a one-stop shop for the good, the bad, and the downright brutal for New York sports right now. This is going to sting a little bit for us because the Empire State's been looking more like the Empire doesn't strike back.
Yeah, man.
And-
Listen, this is go ahead, finish your.
Yeah, so first we're going to talk about the Yankees. You know, obviously the Yankees, they were knocked out of the playoffs. Then we're going to go into Madison Square Garden with the Rangers and the Knicks. Rangers, you know, they've been shut out the first 3 games of the season
at home.
The Knicks, they just got Jonathan Brogdon. I'm sorry, this is Jonathan. Malcolm Brogdon, and he's retiring after they pick him up.
Yeah, they signed an AARP dude. No, he only played 9 years. I don't know what was up with that. You know, maybe one of those situations where he's a family guy and stuff like that. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, he's made $100 million. He's good. And then finally, we talk about the Jets. So let's start with those damn Yankees. This is from the New York Post. What the Yankees need to sort out if they hope to avoid another bitter October.
Very sour again this year.
No, it's not. Oh, shoot. Oh,
that's
just
okay. I got
blocked
some
me.
good stuff too, though. It's funny, you know, every beginning of the season they hype you up and then they jam this big lemon down your throat in September and you choke on all the sourness they bring to you.
All right, they got me blocked out of here. So
Fine, that's all right.
that's fine. You go ahead and start. You're much
all right.
with the Yankees.
So listen, typical Yankee organization. So they go out today, they fire their pitching coach who's been there for about 15 years. All right, we'll take one leg off. Boom. Oh, by the way, we're also firing the first base coach. All right, there's another leg. Boom. Oh, did you know that Anthony Volpe was playing the whole playoffs with a torn partial labrum in his shoulder starting at shortstop? When Jose Caballero's on the bench, salivating at the mouth? Why isn't this guy in the game? What does Volpe do today? He has surgery on his torn labrum shoulder. Proves to you the guy was playing hurt. Proves to you that Aaron Boone, the snake that the head needs to get chopped off of, I see next is coming, needs to happen sooner than later because they're losing fans rapidly, bro. Rapidly. The Toronto Blue Jays went out and they made a song. Oh, the Yankees. We noticed, oh, Yankees win. The Yankees win. Well, now it's all the Yankees lose. The Yankees lose with the superstar Dominican rapper. They're throwing it in Yankee fans' faces. This is embarrassing. This organization's embarrassing. I'm not spending another dollar on this team until Derek Jeter is the manager and you clean this whole shit up. All right, that's the Yankees.
There it is. All right, let's move on to the Rangers.
All right, you said it first. We all listened.
All right.
They need to stay the course, and they're not scoring. They're not scoring at home. All right, this is embarrassing. Another high salary roster year of expectations. They trade away their center and Chris Kreider to the Anaheim Ducks. The guy's scoring goals left and right. Did you know that Chris Kreider was the New York Rangers' all-time leading short-handed goal scorer? Every season, if he scored 40, 50 goals, 15 of them were short-handed. You never heard of anything like that in my life. This guy is so smart, and they trade him. They let him go. They keep Minka. The guy can't shoot. He can't check. He can't score. Another embarrassment to the New York sports lore, the New York Rangers.
There it is. All right, let's move into basketball. Here we go.
Malcolm Brogdon. He signed with the Knicks this offseason, but just before the season starts, he is going to retire from the game of basketball. He played 9 seasons in the NBA. He was drafted in 2016. He won Rookie of the Year. He also won Sixth Man of the Year. He's one of just a few NBA players to average 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, and 90% from the free throw line in a season. He played for the Bucks, the Pacers, the Celtics, the Trailblazers, and the Wizards. And he is calling it quits. So he made a lot of money in his NBA career. He had a pretty good NBA career too. The retirement comes as a shocker because he definitely had a lot left in the tank. And it's funny because just a few seasons ago, he was involved in trades, blockbuster trades, superstar players, all these rumors. Some teams were turning down the trade because they didn't want to do it, but he was involved in it. And now he's retiring early. He's only 32 years old. So very interesting. Now the Knicks, they have another spot opening up on that roster. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. New head coach. They got Clarkson. They had him, right? Who knows what they're going to do now that they're going to have this spot freeing up. It's very interesting. Knicks fans get in here, and also Brogdon fans. What do you think about this early retirement just before the season is about to begin? Give that guy.
So,
All right, well, the picture speaks for itself. The guy's on his tush, and the Knicks duped us again. They made a great signing in one of the smartest basketball players that you could have on your team. And, the Knicks are stacked. They're looking to make that run, and it would be perfect to have that basketball IQ on your team. They give him a contract, and typical New York doopy, he retires without any explanation as a New York Knick. With games played and minutes played, 0. What do you got about that? And also, I'm sorry, Coach Brown over there for the Knicks, about a week ago in a preseason game, he didn't call a play the whole game. He just let them play, and he admitted it at the end of the game. So we have a coach that didn't even call a play. I mean, this is what I mean. Typical Knicks. Talk to me.
Craving cupcakes. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, the Knicks finally were building up their bench, right?
Yeah, it was start from the beginning. We're building. Look at this guy they signed, Brogdon.
They signed Brogdon. They signed what's his name?
We got the kid from Philly.
Yep. They were doing
last name I forgot.
They were finally filling out the bench because that's what killed them in the playoffs. Is the fact that their guys had to play 40+ minutes because
and we talked about that. They had the worst bench in the NBA. Look at OKC's bench. They could have been starters on any team and on the All-Star team. That's how good they are. You need a deep bench in the NBA in order to make it far in the playoffs. You can't just play with 5 guys 42 minutes. They're going to break down. You seen what happened to Brunson? Mitchell Robinson was hurt the whole – I mean, forget it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just – everybody's trying to do the Oklahoma City thing. Everybody's trying to do the Magic thing. Everybody's trying to do the Denver thing, where they keep their 2 core players and then just, surround them with cheap talent, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm jealous about your Orlando Magic because they actually have the next 10 years of awesome basketball. The Knicks' time is now. And it's going to be about a year or two, and they're not going to do it, bro. I think it's going to be another faltering situation.
Yeah. Whose time it also isn't? The New York Jets. Let's go.
Steve, you have any comments? Hello?
Hello.
I'm right here. I'm a bit tepid, Doggy, in terms of my position on it because I unapologetically root for African American coaches on any level, and that includes obviously the National Football League. Aaron Glenn has been awful, to the point where it wouldn't surprise me at all if this is his only season coaching the New York Jets. It's been very, very bad. I'm hoping that is not the case, Kimberly, Jessica. I mean, but when you look at how the Chicago Bears are looking, with Ben Johnson coaching them, He was Detroit's offensive coordinator. And you look at how Aaron Glenn is coaching in New York with the Jets, for the moment anyway. It's so bad, and it's such a discrepancy. It has you looking back at the Detroit Lions last year and saying, why the hell were they so good? Because that's Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson. Now you're wondering about their defense. And they had a boatload of injuries on the defensive side of the ball, which one would argue was the reason why they lost to the Washington Commanders in the postseason.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm just saying to you, no matter what the facts are, the discrepancy in how they look with their respective franchises, the two former coordinators for the Detroit Lions last year, because of how bad the Jets have looked discombobulated, disorganized, all over the place. You got cats that are out on the field making business decisions now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
And
listen, let me say something real quick. You know, they didn't really give this guy a full deck to play with, bro. Look at his team. I mean, besides Garrett Wilson, name me a receiver on that team.
well, they also got their running back, Brees Hall.
Name me a receiver on that team besides Garrett Wilson. Like, this is my point. You got a quarterback that you don't know what you're going to get out of, right? You got Fields. He's always traveling to different teams now, and he's getting hurt. You know, he's that quarterback where he's prone to get hurt. The odds of him getting hurt is 75%. A pocket pass's odds of getting hurt is 10% in the game. Okay, like, I mean, come on now. Use your heads, GMs. Besides that, he's got nothing on his team, and he's a rookie head coach. I mean, he doesn't really have much working for him.
Yeah, I know. And not only that, but like at least give him a chance to go through the next draft.
I think
and start
they are.
filling the hole. I think they're going to let him do that. Because
You can't axe this guy. You gave him nothing to play with. This team is the worst team in the league.
Oh, by far.
They suck. I feel so bad for Jet fans, and now I know what they're talking about, bro, because their owner has money, bro, and he doesn't give two shits, dude. It's so sad. Really is, bro. I mean, first of all, go get your own stadium. I'm hearing that they might play at Citi Field. So, no, I did. I heard that today. There might be a petition to let them play at Citi, change them up. And the only thing is MGM backed out of a casino bill with Cohen, the Mets owner, today, because he wants to build a casino around Citi Field. He wants to kind of turn it into like how it is around Fenway and all that, like in New England, the Patriots, where it's like a little town.
Yeah,
So,
Foxborough.
yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
pretty
there.
neat, right?
It's really nice, and they've got their own shopping plaza, like right outside.
So he's trying to do that. They took away all the car chop shops that were there in Queens. I don't know if you were familiar with Flushing. That's what was known there. A whole bunch of like Chinese chop shops. They took care of those. There's nothing there except baseball stuff. So they're trying to get casino and mall restaurants in there, but they had a big backer back out today.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when things go good, then you could talk about the Jets getting their own place to play in. But when people start backing out, now you got to put it on pause. So I just want them to get their own stick. Get out of my Giants' hair. We don't need that bad luck karma in the freaking locker rooms of the Jets green.
Yeah, screw that. All right. Let's move on. Franchise finance. Let's go.
Happens when a team combines proven champions, rising stars, and a rookie phenom who already owns the headlines before playing a single NBA game. You get the 2026 Dallas Mavericks, a team the rest of the league may already regret underestimating. At the center of this problem is Cooper Flagg, the 6'9" Duke prodigy taken first overall in the 2025 NBA draft. Scouts rave about his rare combination of basketball IQ, defensive instincts, and offensive polish.
All right, so let's talk about this because
I'm a fan.
Whose pick did they take in order to get that number one pick?
That I don't know. That's a good question. I should have looked that up. I know the kid is drafted number 1 out of Duke. The kid's an animal. I don't know how they got that pick. To tell you the truth, Dallas finagled something. Maybe it had something to do with the Lakers trade with with Anthony Davis. He was that future conditional jump off. Could be. All I know is the kid's making between $13 and $16.5 million this year. Very nice for a rookie.
I gotta look this up. This is 2025 NBA draft.
We also got a brother who's playing. I forgot what school he's in college. His name is Ace Flag, and he's supposed to be the next up and coming Flag brother coming in the NBA. So he'll be playing with his brother shortly.
Yeah, I know. Well, they didn't get that pick actually. That was that's
an earnest pick, just straight up, ready to roll.
Yeah, because it was like one of the lowest odds of ever getting the number 1 pick, and they ended up getting it.
They still do the lottery balls. I remember the Knicks got screwed one year. They had 40 balls. Everyone had 2, and the Knicks ball never came up. Tell me how that happens 50 times over.
That's crazy. Yeah, so, I mean, they're going to be a problem next year. All right, they're going to be a problem because they've got everything that you need in a team. All right, they've got their center, the guy that anchors the paint. You already got 2 more defensive people in your front court in Anthony Davis and now Cooper Flag. Yeah. And then what's his name is supposed to come back next year after his ACL, Kyrie. And
they got Miles Turner, right?
Yeah, so this team is going to be very tough to defend.
They are. They knew what they were doing. Everyone talked shit about them. Oh, how do you get rid of Luka? What are you doing? Listen, at the end of the day, it was going to be pricey. You're banking on a guy who might get hurt, might not, might lose the passion, might not. Turns out he wants to be a stud and throw it in LeBron's face. Let's go, Luka!
You're right. But I think this is the team that nobody's talking about, and I have a feeling that they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals next year.
Yeah, they're going to score. They got Anthony Davis.
They got Klay Thompson too, don't they?
Yeah, they got a splash brother. Come on, bro. Yeah,
exactly. So that's all they're missing was that X factor in the middle of their lineup, and then how are you going to guard all of these players on the court? I just don't see that happening.
They're young and sexy, as you would say.
All right, let's go ahead and make our picks. The Fan Zone. Okay, so it's our final segment, guys. This is where we give you the picks of the week for the NFL. I already got mine. I pulled up. Let's get this underway. I've got a 5-leg parlay for all of you guys this week.
Holy Toledos.
Yes. And this is going to be a plus 927.
Listen, dude. 5 legs plus 927, which means there's definitely some easy bets in there because you're going to pay the piper a little. I know that right off the bat. But let me ask you a question. If 5-legged, I don't want to see anybody with 5 legs. That's the scariest thing in the world.
Well, I've got them. All right.
Go get him, killer.
Here we go. I've got the Carolina Panthers minus 1.5 at the Jets. That's the easy one. That minus 110. Just take it in the points. You're going to be just fine. All right. Kansas City Chiefs at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. You said the Raiders are going to win this game. You are out of your flipping mind. I've got KC 6.5 taking the points. Then I've got the New England Patriots at the Tennessee Titans. As long as they can keep this is the game I'm scared of. All right, because I can see Tennessee Titans coming back and covering that spread and just pissing me off the high end. But
usually that happens. It's the piss off bowl. Just remember what I told you last week about the big double-digit spreads. Be careful with that Kansas City game, bro. Just saying, bro, because the original line's 11.5.
Yeah, that's why I pulled it down. I definitely pulled it down. But KC's winning that game, and I also think New England's winning this game by 10. All right, then we've got the Colts.
Ooh, another adventure.
Yes.
Colts. I love it.
Is an underdog in this game, but they have beaten the spread twice this year.
Yeah, it's a little tough against the spread for your gamblers, but they are coming out and they're winning the games in front of them, man. I don't know. What do? You take the points? What do you
Exactly. Do? But I don't think the Chargers don't have this high-flying offense where I think they're going to score a lot of points, but at least the Colts, they have one of those types of offenses that can strike you at any point. So even if they lose, it's not going to be by more than 3 points. That's why I've got the Colts plus 3.5. And then, of course, the total over 48.5 for the Buccaneers and Detroit Lions. This is your 5-legger, folks. That's what I got for you this week.
Strong. That 5-legged beast is strong. All right, I got a little 3-legger. I got a little 3-legger for you guys today. I went 0-3 last week. Yeah, I got the brow. Yeah, 3 legs and turning into 1. We got a brow. All right, here we go. I like the Jags +3 at home against the Rams. I think they'll at least show some home spirit this week. They beat the Chiefs. A little hiccup last week, but I think they'll hold serve, bro. I think the Rams are going to start to get a little beat up, as we've seen with Nakua. Give me the Jags at home +3. Yeah, bro. Give me the Raiders +11.5. Merry Christmas! 11.5 points in the National Football League against a division rival who's played Kansas City and has beaten them numerous amount of times in Arrowhead. Come on, bro. No brainer. Give me the Raiders with 11.5 on the road. And finally, give me those Bears, baby. Give me Chicago over New Orleans at home -5.5. The Bears.
You got the Bears? Okay, hold on. I'll pull this up right now. Bears. Where are you?
Jags, Raiders, and Bears. Oh, my.
You got Bears -5?
-1.5.
-5.5. Really?
What are the Saints going to score? 13 points the most? I could see the Bears putting up 28-13 or something. Come on. At home, crowd's going to be pumping. Big wins. They're back in it. 3-2. They were 0-2. They won 3 in a row. They're playing the Saints. If you're not the Giants, you're not going to win. So the Saints are going to lose. Let's go.
All right. I just placed him right
there.
Here.
There he is. My favorite guy.
All right. Well, you guys know what to do. Please go to riseofmiddleamerica.com. We got a myriad of shows for you from pop culture, sports, you name it. Let's go. News, stories. We got all of our shows right there with you guys. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Join us here. You can show your support by going to the Roman Nation Network merch site right here, or you go to the bottom of the page where you got a PayPal link to make a monetary contribution. Keep the lights on. Help us create better shows like this. You can find me on X at @TheRealRoma_AK. You can find Gargi over here at Lemongrag on X. You want to go ahead and shoot us a couple of messages and tell us why we're wrong? We'll take those too. But anyways, thank you guys so much for seeing us. Tomorrow Friday? No, tomorrow's
Thursday. We got that Pittsburgh Steeler Bengal game tomorrow.
That's right, the Young Bowl.
And Dodgers Brewers, which I'm really excited for. So tune up, tune in, baby.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow for Sunset Rants at 9.
Can't get any hotter than that.
Peace out.